What's going on, guys? Robbie here, and today we're taking a look at Transformers The Last Knight, Bumblebee and Megatron set. Now, these are Legends class figures, available only at Toys R Us in the United States, and it is a special repaint of the Bumblebee figure that we've already seen, already reviewed, and of course the Megatron figure, which is a new mold, as far as I'm aware. I haven't seen this guy before, so I believe it is a new mold, and it's Megatron. He looks kind of fun. He turns into a jet. And, yeah, so there you go. This is part of the Mission to Cybertron wave, which is the Toys R Us exclusive sets. So each of these guys has decodable glyphs on themselves, and it transforms in 6 and 7 steps, respectively. And, yeah, I guess there's probably a decoder or something in here to tell you what exactly those glyphs say. Otherwise, I'm not gonna bother. I'll leave that up to you guys to decode. But in the meantime, this looks like pretty cool. I like this little repaint they've got going on here, and of course, Megatron looks like a solid little Legion figure. So let me go get these guys out of the package, and we'll check them out right now. Alright guys, so here we have Bumblebee and Megatron, and I have to say, I'm quite pleased with these guys right off the bat. So we have Bumblebee here. Let's start with this guy. It's the same exact mold that you may have seen in my previous review of these Last Knight Legion figures, which I wasn't terribly impressed with that one because it was very, very boring. It was like all yellow with the exception of like one black stripe here. This guy has a lot more color on him. Which is a nice touch. He's got some interesting patterns and things like that, so that's pretty cool. And just overall some better paint apps, I think. So I'm very, very happy with that. And to transform this guy is very, very simple. But first, actually, let me show you guys really quickly. I did come with this little piece of puzzle poster sort of thing. I assume you collect all of the Mission to Cybertron figures and you get all the pieces to this big puzzle. There's some glyphs on here, and let me see, they are different than the ones that came with my Skeletron figure. So you go to transformers.com/Mission to Cybertron, and you can decode the glyphs, and it probably says like Bumblebee or something like that, or buy more toys or whatever. So there are, I guess, glyphs on this guy that you're supposed to decode, but I don't really know. I assume this one says B, but again, I could be wrong, and I'm not going to go out of my way to find out, to be honest with you. Transformation on this guy, super simple. We're just going to go ahead and pull the arms out here, like so. And he does roll just fine. I should let you know that as well. He does roll just fine, and you can even recreate his like armored up mode scene in what was it? One of those movies, the third one, I think. Alright, so we're going to pop these arms out like so. Just like that. I'm going to bring this down. The legs are just going to unfold, and then the feet are just going to unfold. Super, super simple. But in the end, you get a halfway decent Bumblebee figure. Still not great. The arms are completely stuck in this position. He does have one cannon arm and one regular like hand going on here. So you do have that for what it's worth. And the posability other than that is fine. He's got ball jointed hips. He does have a sort of a knee bend. He does have slightly loose ball joint hips. The knee bend is rather blocked, but you can get a little bit of extra with this foot in here. So you got that going on. And honestly, the black against the yellow really does help kind of pick out the colors a little bit more, make him look way more alive as a figure. I don't know if alive is the word I'm looking for, but like way more active rather than just a big blob of yellow with like a little silver face. And he's got some nice paint on the windshield and side windows as well, so that's pretty cool. That is Bumblebee. You guys want to see this one because it's the new molds. It's the only new mold that I have so far for the Last Knight Legion figures, and it is Megatron, and it's actually pretty cool. He's a nice little jet. He folds together nice and tight, and the transformation is actually at least a little bit interesting, if nothing else. So transformation on this guy, and actually you can see a nice little Decepticon logo here. He's got some purple accents everywhere. His little toes have accents, and he does have glyphs painted on his side here. They're very, very difficult to make out, and they kind of go back here onto this smaller part, so good luck with that. As a matter of fact, does this guy have like smaller glyphs or just the big regular ones? Just the big regular ones, okay. So yeah, interesting. But transformation on this guy is you just want to pull these legs out and down just to form his robot legs like that. The wing section is actually all going to come up just like this and sit right back there. And you're going to go ahead and separate the front end of the jet. Bring this around. This is actually going to flip around to become his arm cannon. Actually really cool design idea there. And then we're going to open up his chest and bring his head out, which is very, very tight. But hopefully we can get that going. There we go. Get that going, and there we have Megatron in robot mode. And he's actually, you know, pretty neat little figure. No real posability in the arms. He does have ball-jointed shoulders, and they do actually raise up and down a little bit. So actually, he does have some decent articulation for a figure this size. He does have two fully functioning hands that he can use to grab small things, you know. And hips are ball joints, of course. And unlike Bumblebee, this dude's got knee bends to beat the band. He's got knee bends for days, man. He can bend his knee so far back. He can kick himself in the butt. Just like that. So that's some pretty impressive knee bending action. The only real problem here, and you know, it's just the way it is with these Legion class figures, is that he is smaller than Bumblebee. And that's kind of a problem. That's a problem. But, you know, they're Legion class figures. You gotta just allow for inconsistencies like that. Well, I mean, beyond that, they're Transformers. So if you can't get past, you know, scale inadequacies, you're gonna have a real rough time. But I do like the fact that they kind of even got his like old school Megatron design element in here, where it's kind of like the hammer of the pistol up on his shoulder there. It may just be like fanciful shoulder pauldrons or something like that, but I like that it kind of invokes that image. And having an actual cannon on his arm is pretty cool too. So many of these Legion class figures just don't have any sort of weaponry at all, and it's kind of a bummer. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. You can leave those down if you like them better down. I like them better up, because it kind of gives them, wider shoulder frame, whatever. And let me try and get a close-up of his little teeny tiny face. Let's see if it'll actually focus in on that. There you go. So you can see he does actually have some nice paint apps in there. Some purple on his arms. Again, the purple on his toes, the little gunmetal in the middle of his chest there, and on his face, and his little red eyes. So, really, really nicely done. This set was $15 at my local Toys R Us for these two guys, which is a rather hefty price. But if you buy this set, and then the other set is, I think, Optimus Prime versus Grimlock or something like that. I currently, at the time of this video going up, so look at the time that it goes up. Look down there in the description. They are having like a buy one get one 40% off sale on all Transformers, so you may be able to get these guys for a lot cheaper. So yeah, your mileage may vary. But in the meantime, very nice set of figures. If you don't want to pay the $15, this guy will be coming out separately. As a regular Legion class figure, I believe, in the next wave of these Legion class figures. So that might be a good option for you to hold out and not get another Bumblebee. But, whatever you guys want to do is up to you. In the meantime, that's going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It really does help me out. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I will have more Transformers coming real soon, so stick around for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.